everybody. Welcome to Claro Beauty with your host Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for tuning in. So today I will be comparing Dior lipsticks, the color 720, which is one of my favorites, and I have it here in matte, and I have it here the new satin. So matte and satin, the same color, and I also have the lip liner. So if you're interested on watching that, please keep on watching. watching. All right. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Ring the bell in the right hand corner so you know when I upload new videos. And let's do this. It's gonna be a little short because I really wanted to go through this. I just did a video on this look, which is with the new Dior Spring Summer 2024 collection with the pink eyeshadow, which I love. And I did do several comparisons of the blush that came with it, plus the ones from the previous couple of months ago collection. So if you want to see that, I'll link it up here so you see it. Also, I kind of changed the color for this because the blushes were a little more into the pink tones, and this 720 has a little more red in it, or more neutral colors in them, less pink. So what I did is apply a little bit of, and this was my favorite blush through fall, and I still reach for it quite a bit, thus today. Of course, now it's confused. Oh, here it is. So this one is Splendid Rose. Now, a lot of people thought it was a little too dark, but for me, it's perfect. But I apply it kind of if it was contour bronzing back here and then a tiny bit in the front. That's how I apply it, and I just love the tone. It has a little bit of that fall melancholic, but it could be very elegant, and it could be just enough. Of course, now I'm combining with a more pink pastel-y eye look, but still, it just goes. And since the lipstick 720 is one of my favorites, and it goes more in the neutrals, then I think it will complement a little bit more. So, all right, where was I? So the 720 matte, I've had it for a while. It's actually, I bought it in an airport, and the lady there first gave me the Rosewood matte. Apparently that's one of favorite, and I applied it. It looked nice. It looked very, natural, nonchalant, but it did nothing for me other than just, something in your lips. But when I apply the 720, it has a little bit more ramp up color. So if you're one of those girls that like very, very almost no color, this might be too much for you. But if you're like me that needs something to uplift or take some of my yellowish down, like if I was wearing no makeup and I just want to put something on my lips. So this time I was at the airport traveling, and so for me this is the color. So let me first swatch it here, and I have some comparison for you. But this is the 720 matte. It is buildable. So let's apply it. And I'll apply the lip liner after because I wanted you to see how this looks by itself. Look at that. Ooh. And when I'm wearing blue, this color pops with the blue. And it makes such a big jump for the blue eyes. So I just love it. It's neutral, but it has a little bit of peach to it. Not too much brown, but there's brown in it. Not pink. I wouldn't go for the pink, but here it is. I mean, this is the new Dior. I did it in the other comparison. Let's see if I have the name here. This is 682 Pink Bloom, just so you know for reference. And this one is the new Guerlain Cherry Bloom. So I wanted to see those two because they seem very, very similar. I'm talking about this one. Well, the case that came with it, but then of course the color. So let me just show it to you here and whoosh, here. So this is Dior Matte. And this is Cherry Bloom Guerlain. So they're very, very close. I also have here the 720 Satin. So let me swatch that next to it. So this is the Satin. Satin Matte. And this is the Guerlain Cherry Bloom. So it seems like the matte is closer to the Cherry Bloom. The Satin is a little bolder. I had to admit it was bolder that I would prefer. So to me, I just love the matte formula. But let's apply some of this. Well, before I do that, let's do the lip liner. So this is 720 lip liner. I'm gonna do it right next to it. Yeah. So this is a lip liner. It definitely is exactly the same color as the Satin. And it is a little bit bolder than the matte. So I think that the lip liner and the matte 720 is really all I need. But I love this color. It's one of those that you can't go wrong. I mean, it's nothing special, nothing theme-like, but I just love this color. Of course, you can melt it a little bit. And then what I like to do most of the time is just apply a little bit on my cheek just so it all ties up. But in this case, with this blush that I applied, I really don't have to do that because the mid-tone that it ties them together is so beautiful. So, but there you have it. All right, so let's remove this. I hate to remove it. Every time I apply it, I'm just like, that's it. Doesn't need to do much more. Can stay like that. But let's apply the new color, the Satin 720. And let's see what happens. Okay. Very nonchalant, very quickly. Okay. So now I'm not going to apply it from the bullet, the new one. I did get the new 720 Satin, but they also sent me a sample size of 720 Satin. So even more of why I don't need that one. But still, I prefer the matte one. Just FYI before I even apply it. But you tell me. So immediately is a lot bolder. Now, with my coloring, bolder is not a bad thing. I like bold lipsticks. But I don't know, since I moved to Washington, the weather here is gloomy and a little more melancholic and subdued. That bold colors seems like too much because nobody's wearing them. That doesn't tell me that I can't wear it, but you just look like single out, right? I mean, when you're like big bold lipstick and everybody's no makeup or subdued makeup, and calling attention is not necessarily why I do makeup. I want to look put together, I want to look nice, fine, but anyhow, I like it. I mean, just the tone, right? I mean, I really like both. All right, so discovery here with you all. As always, I always discover here something with you all. Right now that I have my eyes with eyeshadows, I was gonna say my eyes done, but I don't know if this is like super duper eye makeup, but more than I usually do. And so now that I have that done and the blush, I like this bolder satin color. I do. Just goes well. When I have a lot less makeup, probably not so many shades in my eyes, or nothing at all, I do prefer the matte. So now I'm very happy they send the sample. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the bullet, the full size, but I like it. I like it a lot. What do you guys think? Do you see a difference between the matte and the satin? And which one you like better? So to Anne, I am gonna apply a little bit of the lip liner, which is exactly to a T the color of the lipstick. Of course, if you put lip liner before applying the lipstick, that makes it long wearing, a lot more long wearing, and also it protects for the lipstick to get out of the borders, right? And you can play a little bit pretending you have a little fuller lips. So I'm very happy I got the lip liner. All right. I was going to include the Cherry Bloom Guerlain in this, but is it fair to include it here with the Dior? I'll do a very short one just with that one next. And I'll show the, might as well. No, I'll do the next one. So I'll show the K's and all of this. So I hope you enjoy the comparison with the Dior Matte and Satin, the lip liner. And thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Please ring the bell in the right-hand corner. And thank you so much for being here. And did you get all of this new colors? What do you think? Okay, see you next time.